The knowledge and the experience that you need when you're customizing your loadout in Battlefield is extremely important, right? Because the thing is that you want to go for a class that is going to help you in as many situations as possible, and that's exactly what I'm going to help you guys do here today in this video. Now, with that being said, if you guys want to know why I haven't been uploading every single day like I was at one time, I've been uploading like once a week, I'm going to go over it. I'll take like a 60 seconds towards the end of the video to go over, why I haven't been uploading, kind of let you guys into my personal life. But if not, man, it's all good. With that being said, man, we're about 35 seconds into this video and we haven't even begun yet. So let's go ahead and get started right now, man. So I've preached this one before on my channel a lot of times, so I won't waste your time too much on it, right? But the thing is that it is extremely important. You have to keep it in mind. You want to make sure that you're thinking efficiency when you're making your class, alright? That's number one. You gotta always think efficiency no matter what, and especially when you're following the next tips that I'm about to give you. You want to make sure that you're always, and in the back of your head is always the word efficiency. That is the key. That is the goal, alright? So just make sure that you guys remember that. Keep that in your minds when you're reading these, or when I'm reading you guys these next tips right here. Number two, man, one of the biggest things that you want to keep in mind when you're, when you're trying to make a really solid class in Battlefield 1 is that you need to stay true to what that class is made for, right? So, for example, how do you do that? So, for example, if you made, let's say, a really solid scout class for rushing with a sniper, but you use it to stay, let's say, in the back and pick enemies off one by one, you're not using that class to its full potential. And yes, it is possible to make a scout class that you can rush with. As a matter of fact, I have a video on that. If you want to check that out on the top right of your screen, that eye right there, you can click it at any time to go to that video. But yes, it is possible to make a scout class to rush with. So if you made a scout class to rush with, but you stay in the back, you're not using that class to its full potential, even though that you're sniping anyway. You're sniping either way. It doesn't matter. You need to make sure that you stay true to what you're building this class for. And the same thing goes for, vice versa. It's the same thing. So if you make a class that is really good for picking people off in the back, but you go in like head on and you try sniping people like if it were an assault rifle, that's not gonna work the same way. You got to remember that you have to make sure that you're using your class to what it's actually made for, right? Number three, you really cannot be afraid to switch up your loadout or your class if it isn't working. I know a lot of people that will actually stay to the only one class and only one loadout exactly the same way the whole round. And the thing is that, man, that's not always a good thing unless it works. If it works and it keeps working, time after time, then do it. But the thing is that you cannot predict what the enemy is thinking. You can't predict, if your enemy is going to be communicating or not, if they're going to be coordinated, if they're, if they're leaders, if they're, the squad leaders, if they're actually, placing orders on the objectives and just, coordinating and stuff like that. You can't predict that, right? And if they're doing that, the enemy, you bet that you're gonna have, a force to be reckoned with here. So you need to make sure that you're always willing to change up your class, or you're always willing to just change out your loadout or any of that, man. You gotta make sure that you're willing to be versatile. Number four, man, you want to make sure that you don't ever overlook your secondary weapon, especially if you're running the scout class. Never overlook it, man. Try to equip something that's going to be good for you at longer ranges when you're running the assault and the support class, and try to equip a secondary weapon that's going to be something that's better at shorter range for the scout and medic classes, because the scout and medic classes, they're snipers and they're like the self-loading rifles, so that's a little bit longer range. What you need for a secondary weapon is something that's short range. Again, this is thinking efficiency, right, when you're making your class. So when you have a scout class, you know that the scout is going to be a long range weapon, so you want to make sure that you pick something short range for your secondary. So see if you can pick a revolver. That would be perfect, a revolver, but that's what I mean. And now for the assault and for the support class, that's a little bit shorter range, especially for the assault. Those are submachine guns, right? So it's shorter range. You want to make sure that you try to get a kind of a secondary weapon that's a little bit longer range. Now it's going to be a little bit tougher for the assault class and the support class because of how, just the nature of the class and how their weapons are. They're not like really bad at long ranges. They're just not as good as the scout and the medic. So anyway, man, that is basically what you need to do. Like I said, man, it's thinking efficiency, but the thing is, I can't really think efficiently for you. You have to do it yourself, unless you were to give me a class and you wanted me to tweak it or something like that, which, I would do for you on my Twitter account, which is linked down below in the description. But other than that, I really can't help you more than that. You gotta think efficiency for yourself, man. So that pretty much covers it for the video, man. Anyway, if you guys stayed this long and you guys want to hear, what's going on in my life right now, It's actually some pretty complicated stuff, bro. One thing for sure, bro, is I will never quit. You know, this is not something that I'm gonna ever give up. You know, I've spent a lot of time, a lot of money. I've spent, you know, I've lost a lot of hours of sleep just doing this YouTube thing, you know, and it's not something that I'm gonna just throw away. So I'll never quit. I might take breaks and I might go periods without uploading, but I'll never just let it go. All right, that's number one. So, but with that being said, dude, like, I'm trying to graduate, bro. I'm actually a senior right now in high school. I should have graduated last year and I didn't. You know, I watched all my friends graduate, and I'm just trying to graduate now, bro. That's why I've been super busy on that, and that's not the only reason why I haven't been uploading. Apart from that, bro, I don't know if you guys have heard. I don't know if you guys are YouTubers yourselves, but YouTube is really fucking up right now, man. They're failing a lot. Like, there's a lot of problems on YouTube. Advertisers are leaving. That's one of the biggest, most recent ones, which is which, you know, it doesn't really matter that much. I've never done it for the money. You know, as a matter of fact, I don't get paid anything. I do it mostly because I like doing it. You know, I only get paid like $2 a month right now because of the advertisers. But yeah, man, you know, that's one of the reasons as well. Graduating, there's just all those little things that are happening in my life right now, and I can't upload every single day like I was doing. Once I graduate, maybe once YouTube gets a little bit better and it's not so, you know, so broken, I would actually upload more often. But until then, man, I'll be seeing you guys maybe about once a week or so. And anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, man. Don't forget to drop a like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.